Welcome to Texas Hold'em Poker. We are playing with a full deck of 52 cards, from which we first deal 2 cards to each player face down. During the development of the game, we will also deal 5 cards open in the middle of the table. Each player can see and use these cards to build his or her hand. These are the possible hands at poker. Let's begin with the strongest hand at poker, the Royal Flush. A straight from 10 to the ace, all in one suit. The straight flush, also a straight. The straight flush consists of 5 consecutive cards, all bearing the same symbol. Four cards of the same rank or number make up the 4 of a kind, sometimes known as the poker. Next up is the full house, a 3 of a kind and a pair. Five cards bearing the same symbol makes up the flush. If more than one player have a flush, the highest card decides, in this case, the ace. 5 cards all in a row but bearing different symbols make up the straight. 3 cards of the same rank make up the 3 of a kind. Next up are 2 pair, and 1 pair, kings in our case. With 5 cards bearing no connection whatsoever, the high card decides, in our case, the ace. The gameplay. Bets are placed clockwise, whereas the button marks beginning and end. The 2 players left of the button bring the so-called blinds, a small blind and a big blind. Afterwards, the face-down cards are dealt. Since there are already 2 bets on the table, it is up to the 3rd player to decide. He has 3 possibilities. If his cards are bad, he can throw in and get out of the game. This is called folding, or passing. Another possibility is to stay in. You call and bring the minimum bet. And there is the possibility to raise. All other players must adjust their bets to meet the raise or fold. Afterwards, the bets are collected by the dealer and build the pot in the middle of the table. The round of betting is tapped and a card is burned. Now come the first 3 community cards, the so-called flop. And now it's time for the first player after the button to bet. There is still the possibility to check or to push. That means you stay in the game without betting. I check. Check. If all players check, then we turn up the next community card. I check. The 4th community card is called the turn. Now another round of betting follows. Gentleman folds. The lady bets 200. You have the possibility to call, to raise, or to fold. The lady stays. The bets are collected and come into the pot. And now follows the final and 5th community card, the so-called river. We have a last round of betting. 200 are bet. The lady folds. You win the pot without having to show your cards.
Es kommt nicht zum Showdown.
There is no showdown, since only one player is left.
Das Spiel ist
The
beendet.
game ends and the button is moved clockwise to the next player.